Now we need the straightest grain. Move that over a bit. Straightest grain on this section, but we can get by with, ideally want the grain to sort of curve out that way a bit, but that should do us there. We are just about got enough room there. Forearm. I use the bandsaw to cut out the arm shape. This is then marked with a midline and cut out to make two hook matched arm blanks. The doubler is cut up in the same way. Next, the arms are planed to remove the saw marks. This also gives a flat surface ready for gluing. The doubler is treated in exactly the same way. The arm ends that were butt together under the doubler are flattened using a shooting board. This is to ensure we get a good joint with no gaps when the pieces are butted together. Flush joint there, front to back, not level, but we can sort that out after it's glued up. The ends of the doubler are also planed flat. Right, so to glue up the arm, we need to clamp this one to the bench, put the glue in, and then use pinch dogs to pull them together. First of all, put some tape on the bench so it doesn't stick. Right, that's clamped firmly to the bench. Any glue on both surfaces. These compress the two bits of wood together as you drive them in. This has been sitting for a couple of hours, so it's you know, reasonably set. So we can take the pinch dogs out. You want to make enough space and then clamp this on, glue this onto the middle. So the surface of the arm is flattened using the plane to make a good surface for gluing the doubler on. The centre of the doubler is found by dividing the length in half, and this can then be lined up with the centre of the arm butt joint. The doubler is then glued and clamped into position. The overhang of the doubler is trimmed away on the bandsaw. Precision is not required at this stage, as further shaping of the arm will be done in due course. The end of the doubler is looking a bit ugly, being a bit too square. So what we'll do is put a chamfer on there. We'll draw a line where we want to chamfer to. So it's the same distance, that should work out about 45. Okay, our next job is to mark out our drilling positions where the sticks are going to come up through the arm. We've got our centre line here. We want to mark, I'd say a centre line, but it's going to be off centre. Because the sticks are going to go through at an angle, we want to be slightly behind the centre line from the top, and they're going to come out slightly the other side from below. So we're going to roughly estimate a line that's just, say, slightly off centre, slightly towards the back of the arm. Just using the fingers as a fence. And decide how close to the edge of the doubler we want the stick to be. So we don't want it right on there. So we need to leave enough room for the stick to come through without encroaching on the edge there. So we'll perhaps come in to say there. So that would be we've got 150 mil. So we'll equal that up on that side. Right, so I'm going to divide that by 4. Because it's a curved line, you can't just put a ruler on it. So what we'll do is estimate using dividers. Right, so we can see that's off, so it needs to be a little bit more. That's not looking too bad. Okay, so just a tiny bit more. So from there. That's it. We'll then punch those in. One, two, three. 6. I'm going to do 3 on either side here. So we can check that from here. So we mark these 2 points. That will be our furthest stick. So we need to decide on 2 more. How you do these sticks, like you can have them so they're parallel, you can have them so they splay out. There's no hard and fast rules with these things. But what we'll do is work out roughly what it would be if we had an extra one in there, between there. That's near enough, I think. So, go there. This is an aesthetic choice rather than a functional one. All about how it looks. Right, and we punch those in. The blanks for the sticks are cut out on the table saw. These are cut to fit the 7/8 of an inch square drive, which is the dimension needed to create a 17mm dowel. So this is the dowel maker made by Veritas. Great bit of kit, although it seems to be, I don't know if it's a stock production of it, but it seems very scarce, particularly in the UK, to get hold of it. But basically, we've got two blades, so it cuts it down with the first one so far, and then a sort of finishing cut on the second. It's a little bit involved setting it up. You've got some fine adjustments on here, and on the label on the back, it gives you all different sizes for the different fittings. You do need an infill collar to fit the size of dowel you're going to make, and again on the out feed there's a this is interchangeable as well depending on the size of the dowel. So the full set is very expensive, but for spindles you don't need a wide range of size of dowels. The full range goes from about 1/4 inch up to an inch, something like that, but this works very well. For running the blanks through the dowel maker, a corded drill is recommended, although not essential. It puts a lot of strain on the motor, and I found that cordless drills get very hot very quickly using them this way. We've marked out the arm, so we need to do a similar thing, marking on the seat. So we'll just put our centre line back on the spindle deck, and again I'm going to pick a centre line something like that. Right, I've already marked a line here. Our arm is going to be up here. Our end spindle, something like that. So that's as far as they're going to go. Reset dividers, the same spacing as the arm for the long sticks. Okay, we'll get another set of dividers. We've got our interval mark there, but if we just get another set of dividers so we can check those are both the same from the centre line. I want to make sure these are symmetrical. Near enough, right. So we're going to come out from there. side. One, two, three on that side. Working back. 1, 2, 3. There. And then to make sure we get the same on that side, we will use this caliper as this distance is not a division of the other sizes. Okay, so we'll come out there. There you go. 1, 2, 3. We're now ready to drill the holes. And what we want to do is make sure that the holes through the arm line up exactly with the holes we drill it in the seat. So the way I do that, using a jig like this. The idea of this is you can put this onto the seat, centre that up. We can then rest the arm on top. We'll clamp this in place. Clamp it all together so that'll be held rigidly so we can drill through and down into the seat. This is made up in such a way that the front edge of the arm is in line with the back of the seat, and that works out just about right for most chairs. You can bring it forward a little bit if you want a more sort of upright chair. You can tilt it back in a more relaxing chair, but for me this works out just about right. I've got markings on here so I can see how it's in line up, a bit like a ruler but they're colour coded. Line this up to make sure this is centred. Once you've got the join in the back of the arm, we can see and make sure that is centred. We make sure the jig is right on the centre line at the back. And we can make sure that this has equal spacing between the first two holes. So this is centered here, and this is designed that I can get clamps on to hold everything. So first things first, and this is hooked under the seat so it can't go forwards. We'll put a small wedge in there just to stop it lifting up. Right, those wedges just help to hold this from going from side to side, so we can get a clamp on here. That holds that pretty snugly, and then a clamp So that's all nicely held, ready for drilling. Right, to drill the holes, we're going to do 15mm holes for the long spindles, and for these I'm going to use the 2 drill bits, one to cut the hole from the top, if you like, and then a minimal breakout one so that we don't get anything underneath. You can do it with 1 drill bit, and you can clamp a board underneath to minimise the risk of breakout, but this system works well for me. And then we're going to drill 12mm holes for the spindles to go into at the bottom. So the technique here is you want to line that hole up with that hole. The trouble is, you put your drill and the mark, when it's lined up you can't see the hole underneath, but that's why I extend the line here, so you can sort of move the drill down out the way momentarily so you can see the line, so you can see where the hole is, and then drop back to where you think that should be directly underneath the arm, and then bring the drill up, and that's the angle you want. So it does take a little bit of practice. I'll just bring you in, put the drill on the mark and drop the drill down out the way. We then lean forward so we can see the line and where the hole is. Come back so we think that would be right under the arm, and then bring the drill up, holding it all in line, and then drill away. Switching drills to our minimal breakout one. Oh, there we go, so you can see the hole at the bottom. Right, it's a bit easier drilling the actual hole into the seat, because we can run the drill extension through there, and obviously then it's going to be dead in line. So this is a 13mm bit, so and we're drilling it about just over 35mm deep. Right, so for the other holes, we're going to do them all at 13mm. So these are going to be smaller. The holes are now drilled in the seat and arm, ready to take the sticks. If you have enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.